objective, but I think they would require a bit of pushing power if they want to make sure that they can deal with this Fanny.
Yeah, this Fanny could also open up the side lane pressure. So that is something that they have to be concerned about. But for Geek fam, last set of bans being rolled out. How do they want to approach this flexibility of Dewa United against the Aurora slowly skyrocketing in picks? Is this going to be like a lane counter to the Zuxin? I don't think so, but again, the power it has is so strong. The lockdown it has is also very, very solid. Now, the Julian taken away. What will Ray most likely play?
You're thinking of an assassin, the Julian no longer allowed in Lana Dawn. It might be answered before I can make a guess. No, Terizla shown first. Again, all in on the team fights. 3 massive ultimates, knowing that the Valentina isn't available to steal any of it away. It has to be an assassin, man. I'm thinking of something that can kind of deal with the Fanny 1v1, but I don't play a lot of assassins, so nothing really comes to mind right here.
Lancelot.
I mean, if you want to go for assassin right now, the only thing that's open, or the only things that are open, is Nolan, Lancelot, like you mentioned earlier. But I think the best way for Dewa to go is Roger Jungle, Ruby Gold, and then they pick up a Roamer here to go and match Geek Fam's team fight. Double down on your own team fight, and it seems they're hovering over to CC for Geek Fam there. So they're actually also planning to go for like a full damage output composition and the Kufra pick too. Now I think they have to go for the Roger in the jungle. These are
Glue.
What?
Whoa,
Making its debut in MPL ID Season 14.
Aurora Rome, Faramis mid, go up against that Glue. They have a chance to do that. Just copy what RQ did, because now it makes sense against the Glue.
Oh boy. I was about to say that to realize, right? Oh, the question is, how will the Aurora do? No, the question is, where will the Aurora go? We don't even know just yet. The Glue, though, it's a bit of bittersweet seeing it now without Luke in the roster, right?
Oh no,
Luke has always been a thing, you know? But unfortunately, it's Globs.
Maybe it's just Geek who have the Glue.
Yeah, it's Gleek.
It's Gleek.
Now Dewa, what will they pick up here? The last 2 seconds of the pick phase, they will go for the Alpha. So Roger Gold, Ruby Rome. They will take that Alpha to the hands of Ray. Not the traditional assassin, it's more of a fighter, but at least it has that setup, that initiation that can really rattle up the backline of Geek.
Especially against Sushin, if they can just jump on her immediately. You have to wait and see for what battle spell the Sushin will carry into the Lana Dawn. That will be very, that was going to determine really how the fights are gonna go. Looking at the counter index and lineup rating, favors Geek Fam. It's gonna be a Purify Sushin from a boy. So a lot of ways to actually get out of the, or actually go in even, to just purify out of the Glacier or out of the I'm Offended. Interesting aggressive style right there. I think when it comes to mid-clear though, I feel like the Aurora will have a bit of an edge, especially with the assistance of that Ruby, man. Only time will tell though, as we go into game number 1, realize it's time.
It's time to witness the Wrath of the Gods against the Geeks. Here we go for the closing match of the week. It is Dewa United against Geek Fam.
Here it is, Vincent trying to prove the doubters wrong, trying to silence the doubters. That his assassins could be one of the best as well here in MPL Indonesia, and Ray actually picking up the Alpha that I expected Vincent to take. This should have been swapped, you know, in terms of expectations at least.
Yeah, like both players are trying to just prove everyone wrong. Moise and Hijume though, we'll see what they can do right here. The Sushin is notorious for just being so oppressive in the lane, but against an Aurora that can kind of zone, right? Put down the storm there and kind of force people to move out of the way. It's gonna be great. But with Beloyski being on the Kufra, I do think that later on, the bridge control here is gonna be very difficult for Moeza to really contest. Looking at the emblems by GamesMax right here, though, Chadera with the Bargain Hunter. Very confident in the lane, going up against Watt, who has the Master Assassin. His basic emblem against Mage emblem as well, so Watt could actually end up out-sustaining Chadera here. With 3 tenacities for Bobs, Aboy, and Beloyski, they're intending this to be a scrap, man, to be an all-out battle. But with Ray in the mix, with the true damage from the Alpha, might be a bit dangerous for them to think it's gonna go their way.
In regards to the Kufra, Beloyski has faced multiple scrutiny on his Kufra, always leaving himself too exposed in the initiations with no follow-ups. This time around, we hope it is different. Because talking about initial initiation or heavy lockdown, they don't really have it. But Gops under pressure.
Great lead with the Spear of Alpha there. Reading out the slam, pass, baiting out the flicker.
Just like that, at full control over the area. Valoisky's trying to contest it though. Okay, he'll be backing off away from it just for now. But the turtle is already started by Dewa. And Geek, they have the mid-clear prior now. A boy can try and make something happen.
Yep, he's gonna pick up Ray, throw him back, and don't just show him, hey, you were the newbie when you joined our team.
Now he backstabs them in a good way.
Whoa.
He has to play an ascent now towards
Wow.
godhood. But for Vincent, interesting to see how he operates in this Fanny.
He's been farming a lot, and usually you see the Fanny try and take advantage of the early burst of damage available from the cables to try and make something happen. Now, even with the Cutthroat, hasn't really been making a lot of assassination attempts, and that's maybe because there's not a lot of good targets available. The Roger being more tanky, the Aurora having a second life. It'll be great if he can pop the passive there first, though, ideally, before some big fights really do happen. But for now, you can see that he's just power farming on the Fanny. But look at Valoisky.
Again, Mueza, I'm offended. Spear of Alpha, baiting out the flicker. So 2 flickers burned in the last 2 minutes of the game. But Gops will be able to find that flicker back up very, very soon. Beloy, there's revenge. Not able to find Mueza, and just don't run Wolf Kings out of there.
Vincent's yet to get an assassination. I mean, yeah, I do agree. It comes full circle now. The fact that the lineup of Dewa United are kind of beefy. This will make the backline access for the Fanny to just, you know, grab and go much more harder compared to if you have paper-thin lineups. But for Dewa United, that is not the case.
You see in the top side there, Chidera is actually freezing the lane against Watt, trying to make sure that he stays safe while still being aggressive. Quite the smart move. A boy hasn't really been disturbed when it's coming to the clear, but he hasn't been allowed to really roam around and use that early Tushin power either. So level 5 at this point, and not a lot of plays, not even a lot of lifts here with the Lantern Flare. Here comes one more though.
It's gonna be fine. I mean, Zuxin and the pressure that it has. The Valoisky jumping in Tyrant Rage.
Great pick up, Speed of Alpha, canceling it out. Mueza able to save Vincent, caught! Frigid Glacier to combo it together. Valoisky still able to survive, but Chorizo swings a hammer penalty zone to lock the boy down as well. And now the glue is on him. But it seems Dewa don't care. They say keep on globbing Gops. You're gonna be caught anyways, frozen down, now cut down, and then the hammer, the spear, everything thrown in his way.
Oh boy, what an unfortunate conclusion right there. That's a danger when you try and make a play onto the roamer. When it works, you kind of deny your opposing team the main weapon there, like the trigger of the detonator of the bomb. But at this point, look at that damage from Valoisky.
Oh my god, Vincent can't do any damage on the Ray, just tickles him and he's just walking down on Vincent, who's trying to cable away.
Already full circle for Dewa United. So take a look at the talent predictions by Gope. But wait, Gops.
Spear of Alpha, oh, the split. All the little gloves. Oh, Vincent almost caught again. Luckily able to escape. A boy now with a Crimson Beacon trying to go for a fight. Mueza picked up, thrown back again. The Purify. Using Chidera, but what? It's crashing down. Good save by Valoisky. The Purify gets him to look for the chase again. Watt picked up, thrown away. The Lycan Pound still there. Now Vincent rotating over. But the wall comes down to block his way.
No way.
Gate kept by his own purple buff.
Unlucky.
Oh, jumping in, Ray! Comes out with the Spear of Alpha, Vincent slashed down, no purple buff even, Beloy is next! Nile did this to Geek yesterday, and now Ray wants a piece of them too.
Oh, might get punished for it though, getting lifted, getting bursted down. That's a shutdown picked up by Chidera, and Mueza might follow suit.
Seal gets out, Dewa United, they lose Ray, and that was a big shutdown actually, that they gave away to Chidera, but I think they'll say, hey, no problem, we shut down the fan.
Goodness, 6 minutes with the 4.6k gold deficit. In the hands of Dewa United, they're everywhere around the map. I mean, Geek Fam again haven't been able to circumvent and just funnel their leads towards Vincent. Vincent hasn't been able to get an assassination. That's been very hard. The initiations didn't even follow through for Valoisky. How do they maneuver from this terrible ordeal?
Just to wait and maybe bait out Dewa's aggression first, because it seems like Dewa is only throwing out some very subtle hints of aggression. I mean, even earlier, Heejun actually flickered forward, which was very surprising. They have to head to Chorizo right here, though. 1v4.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Find a slam, pass. This is bad. This is real bad. Geek have used their aggressive resources. It's a free turtle over to Dewa. Luckily for Geek Fam, Dewa did not want to commit, but man, some misplays happening.
It's kind of terrible for the side of Geek right now because the face they have globbed on the blue. Never mind. Purify.
We're going to Purify Chorizo in the backline now. The Crimson Beacon. It's down to Chorizo. Just swinging a hammer, and now Vincent picks up Mueza.
What?
Chasing down. Now picked up again. Thrown back. Oh, it's not far enough. Not far enough for anyone to follow it up. And still, despite the kill, I think Vincent would much rather have the purple buff over that kill.
That's just the pressure coming in from Dewa again and again, knowing exactly where they want to aim their aggression. I was about to make the point that Chorizo and Ray both kind of heal up from their spells, and the fact that Gob is on the glue means that in a fight, Chorizo and Ray will get so much regeneration in the fights. You're seeing them healing in the middle of the all-in.
And Ray even having acquired that Queen's Wings makes it even much more tanky, much more surviving.
Ooh.
But Vincent will cable his way back to the base. A defensive cable. I mean, hasn't been able to get the snipes. Yeah, for Vincent, quite hard game.
I mean, I don't know if we kind of forgot this, but the matchup itself, remember when glue was meta? You would pick Terizla against it. So they picked the glue into the Terizla here, having the confidence that they would win out. But so far, Chorizo's had Gobs' number.
And look at the items right here, especially for what? Thunderbelt into a Sky Piercer. Extremely aggressive. Usually we see a couple more items before the Sky Piercer even crosses his mind. For Chadera, he's only on the Starlium, stuck on that right now. Vincent is farming pretty okay. Only have to see some Malefic Roar though. I think he can go for the squishier targets on Dewa, but anyone else will be able to actually match him when it comes to damage and sustainability. What with the Endless Battle, by the way, means he can spam a lot more spells out, and that's even more procs on the true damage. So Geek has to be a bit more careful here with how they want to take their fights.
Mueza finding the ammo friend number 2 right now. The boy is only able to step back off with the flicker backwards now. Great counter revenge, but now gets caught in the penalty zone. And in the skirmish of an AoE comp like that, you can only get punished. Chadera with his Avant Force not able to dish out enough damage to anyone.
Look at the healing, like I said. Even after the fight is over, you saw low HP bars on the side of Dewa. Once they were on the Lord, they're just healing up, man. Every single one of them. And look at Mueza, making play again.
Get hooked over, then you get frozen. Luckily, there was no Roger. There was no Alpha to get rid of his HP bar.
Wow. So much control coming in from Dewa United. The pull, the setup as well. Basically counter-initiating the players of Geek Fam. And Beloyski hasn't been able to set up for his team as well. Vincent against Chorizo, he's going to be fine. Just trying to activate that side lane. Looking to scrape something out of nothing. And Chorizo, was that a winter crown, I see?
It's a winter crown. He's attempting to go in deep in the next fight, definitely. And on that note, by the way, Mueza on the Ruby also benefits from the split, so what the heck is going on, man? I think he knows that too. If you look at his emblems earlier, they usually go for some kind of tankiness, but Mueza went for the pull yourself together to get lower cooldowns on the battle spell. He is attempting to just go full on aggression.
Boy, defense pops there in the mid lane, and Dewa, they can actually still look for a dive. Vincent's cutting in a mid wave. He's going to be able to get rid of the minions there, but I think Dewa are just going to utilize the wave in the bottom lane.
Yeah, this Lord will crash soon. Dewa, they might just knock on the base of Geek Fam, but they will hold. Courtesy of Vincent as well, trying to cut that minion wave as well, so they don't crash in the same time. And Geek Fam, they can just try to shift their focus on the top side.
Playing it safe for now, not attempting to go for any crazy dives. Great play by Vincent though, cutting the waves, going into the opposing team's jungle, because in a situation like this where Dewa is fully setting up camp in the jungle of Geek Fam, their own jungle is actually the safe spot. So Vincent did a great job, but look at the damage dealt.
Chorizo! 31k.
What?
As a Terizla, that's a lot of damage.
Ridiculous.
And his PCs has been hitting, so that could be the case. An argument for Chorizo. Heejun may follow suit with the Aurora as well.
It's all the AoE, man, and the fights that happen very much decided by the AoE nature of Dewa United. And they're holding Geek Fam inside their own base, man. They're controlling the jungle, and at this point, if they go on Terizla, if they go on Ray on the Alpha,
Oh my
he
god.
can buy the time.
Oh, what a Chad! He sees 3 and he says,
What?
it's 3 opportunities. It's 3 squishies. I'm gonna go in now. Beloyski grab back. It's a flicker forward from Hijume to find the frigid glacier. Beloyski gets caught. And Ray now will just try to get Vincent. He gets a turret in the mid lane, but now he doesn't have any energy. He still has energy to maneuver over to the purple buff, and Roger, what? Look at him chasing him down the cable. That's one. The Lycan Pounce is ready for one. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna follow through. One last hit should do it. Boom, bang. And the Sky Piercer, I believe it was from what? Was that Sky Piercer? No. Oh yeah, Sky Piercer and Thunderbolt. No wonder he dealt so much 2 damage.
The big bad wolf hunts down
BBW?
Big Bad Watt.
Big Bad Watt.
Big Bad Watt, oh my goodness. Vincent couldn't even go anywhere. And Cerrizo, just a man with a hammer, able to make 4 players flee and scamper. And this time around, Dewa, they get a free Lord. They're winning in all departments of the game.
It's just double the problem here. They don't have enough damage to shred on Sorizo as is. They have a composition that allows Sorizo to heal up so much. There's no wonder this guy is fearless in the face of 5 people. He went in right there, dueling Vincent. Wow, destroying him out of the lane.
Look at me.
This is my lane now.
I am the damage now.
I am the damage.
I am the assassin now, jumping at your backline members. There's a War Axe in the inventory for Vincent, but I don't think he can even make good use of it as Gobs forced to pop the split so early on already.
Lord able to take the first base turret down below. Gobs, yeah, like you said, already using a split here. So Dewa can actually still try to pull the trigger, but they still have to be careful because Geek Fam have ways to still combo them down.
Oh.
It's an 11,000 gold lead. They have another wave to play with.
This is bleeding, hemorrhaging for Geek Fam. To take a look at the tier 3 turret down mid. Dewa United could just rattle on through and maybe, just maybe shove every possible wave, creating enough pressure to fall.
Moaz are getting 2 there, but I'm offended. The Crimson Beacon down. Beloyski missing the target by Chorizo. A penalty zone to the back line as he zones them back. The Frigid Glacier unable to connect, but Moaz only loses immortality. Watts able to kite away right now as Rai buys the winner crown. That's a good amount of damage from Vincent. Placed down onto Watt, getting the shutdown and the double. Oh, they're all kiting away. Vincent looking for the assassination. Chorizo swinging the hammer, winner crown, fool. Hijume able to give Cerrizo enough space to back out. Well played a Geek. They defend, but that's still 2 base turrets down.
A bit aggressive for Dewa right there. They just keep going at it. Finally, Vincent shows some signs of aggression, slicing and dicing. Now there's a bit of time with 2 members down for Dewa, and Geek definitely want to capitalize, get some control, get some vision, set up traps in the jungle, check for the buffs. They spot the purple buff still available, but they won't be able to push it out. And push out like the bottom lane. Never mind, it wasn't available. It's just the small creep.
Now for Dewa United, moving in unison. That one scare Geek Fam made, that base defense that they had. I mean, how long can they hold from the monstrosities of Dewa United? Mueza fishing for Beloyski, having to pop that bouncing ball. And now Dewa United, it feels like it's just a ticking time bomb for Geek Fam to finally explode.
The longer the game goes, there's more chance for Geek Fam to at least have a fighting chance. That's the nature of the gold lead. Generally, at about 15 to 17 minutes, you're seeing that that gold lead will start to become less relevant due to the items being completed. Of course, there are item swaps. That is still a very big part of the competitive nature of the game. But at this point, I mean, it's better for Geek to just stall it out and wait for the late game. It does seem like Dewa are a bit more confused on how to actually get a solid, strong finish to the game. They've been able to get the Lords, they're still winning these fights, but when it comes to the Lord usage, the management of the waves to get like a 3-wave push, they haven't been doing it that well.
They're even able to control the jungle of
Chidera.
Geek Fam.
Still a win though, right?
Yeah.
Not on Vincent.
Forcing it away from the hands of Vincent, definitely still a W. Look at this. At this point, what is the Fanny even for? The mobility, the maneuverability is just completely denied now by the fact that Dewa can rush this Lord down if Vincent goes for a split push.
Where's that though? Forcing out the beacon. The fight hasn't even begun, and it's still a 7,000 gold lead. Geek Fam need all the resources they can get.
That's an antique cuirass in the hands of Vincent, by the way, just saying.
Yeah. No beacon, no defense, no shield now for the Lord take. Dewa United, all hands on deck. Geek Fam might look for a counter initiation, especially with Beloyski having that ultimate ready, but they're themselves with a conceal play.
I don't know, Beloyski's positioning was okay. He gets caught, but I'm offended the pretty great here as well. Gobs jumps into the midst of it all, still to win a crown though. This time from Ray, not from Chorizo. He buys the immortality there. Very unnecessary. He was still alive, but it's okay. Better fast, better now, better safe than sorry.
That is the name of the game, especially at the highest level. Look at Chorizo though, already just stalking, looking for a chance to try and bully Chidera away, but look at that, Mueza.
Able to find I'm offended. Ray jumps into the penalty zone. Now Chorizo actually jumping in as well, helping the Spear of Alpha. There's Chorizo enabling Juan to just crack them down now with the Purify. He's got to be careful though. Chidera's doing a whole lot of damage, and now he's going to get dropped down again. Juan overextending. Chidera getting frozen there. Frozen by Hijume.
Peculiar choice for Chidera to just keep running at it. I get that he has a Purify, and he wants to be aggressive, but man, that was bold as heck. Now Beloyski trying his best to try and solo zone from the purple buff, but Dewa wants it.
Oh no, the Power's Rage wasn't able to get anyone here. Alpha missed, but the penalty zone did it. Vincent's burning down Hijume. The basic attack was laying way off to him. But Vincent buys the immortality in case that actually did kill him. Oh my god, that was an Ice Frost like just following him.
The snowflake, the most lethal snowflake of all time.
Yeah.
Flying through the air. Vincent now with the Sea Halberd though, gonna do better against these PPR targets, but the same thing still stands. The fact that the structural objective here, structural advantage is just so high for Dewa. 2 base turrets, but with a gold lead that's dwindling slowly but surely, Geek Fam will not be able to contest this next Lord. If Dewa don't get it done with this next Lord though, I think there's a real case for Geek to find a big moment to try and turn it around.
Yeah, that has been positive waves for Geek Fam now. The fact that they're able to get out of the jungle, push the waves, shove it out, and they have been winning in these little skirmishes. Couldn't be a kill, maybe resources, and so close for Mueza to get the I'm offended, but at least Vincent is able to escape out. And for Geek Fam, I think Weathering the Storm might be the name of the game now for them. And Dewa, they need to most likely end with this Lord marching, the tri-lane pushing, trying to just withhold the minion waves.
Let's see. Round 2. Chorizo won the first. It seems Vincent will be at... Oh wow, Mueza forced out the Purify early, and Hijume still has a Frigid Glacier. That is a very vulnerable Harith now with no Purify. Penalty zone, locking him down, and now there you go, Chidera with his Avant Force, but now it's going to be scratched down. Chorizo just going to hammer Hijume, Frigid Glacier, able to find his Beloyski there, and immortality for what? Chorizo is still able to go for the winner crown now. Beloyski still in the midst of it all, Ray just cracking now. Vincent doing a lot of damage, trying to save the game. Now jumping in again as a shutdown Dewa. Vincent, they end the game. Vincent, no energy. Chorizo, so we're gonna hammer one more time. Vincent still has the immortality. Chorizo with a big penalty zone. Vincent still escaping. Our boy slamming him down to the ground. Hijume with the flicker. Hijume with a basic attack. Hijume with a game save.
Down to the thinnest of margins. Dewa United, they still have divine intervention. Geek Fam, they falter in that final base defense. 1-0, Dewa United.
Oh man, what was that? You talk about discipline, you talk about calculations. Dewa United don't care. They go for all the riskiest plays possible. You love to see it. The audience goes wild. But that was too close for comfort, man. It was not a clean performance, but we are here for it, completely.
They don't need clean. What they need is a win. A win is a win.
And that's
a dub
the